obsessed about anything you do. You want to be good at it, you need to be obsessed with it. All right. And it's going to be obsession bordering on crazy.
The world only moves for those who take control and force it to respect them. If you're not building, you're declining. If you're not growing, you're shrinking. If you're not winning, you're losing. Every man has two choices: be the hunter or be the hunted. Be the man who writes the checks or the one who waits for payday. Be the man who controls the room or the one standing in line, hoping for a chance. Success is not given, it's taken. Power is not handed out, it's earned. Wealth is not stumbled upon, it's built brick by brick, with discipline and vision. The time for waiting is over. The time for hoping is gone. Now is the time to move, to build, to dominate. A man without money is a man without options. He moves like a servant, not a king. He asks for permission instead of taking what's his. He settles for scraps instead of commanding the feast. The world is a battlefield, and only warriors survive. The weak begin, the strong take, the poor complain, the rich strategize. The ones who hesitate get left behind. The ones who act become legends. You don't need validation. You don't need approval. You need a mission, a goal, a purpose so strong that no obstacle, no distraction, no setback. The world only moves.
All right. So that was Coach Greg Adams speaking through AI software. That's the individual that you see in the video. And for those of you who are uninitiated, Coach Greg Adams is the founding father of the After Pill. When you look at my videos, you watch my videos, I always talk about the After Pill. That's where I get that phrase from. He's the founding father of the After Pill. He used to be, Red Pill adjacent. He's since moved on from that. And he does a lot of other content, but mostly After Pill, very pragmatic content that helps people build themselves. Now, this guy's video boils down to two central points. Point number one, winners and losers exist in their respective roles for the exact same reasons. Point number two, now is the time to act. Focusing on point number one, the winners and the losers. Winners win because they actively find a way to win. Losers lose because they actively find a way to lose. The winner wakes up every day and says, how can I be a winner? How can I get more? The loser, believe it or not, they don't necessarily wake up and say, how can I be a loser? But they try to take the easy way out, right? So in effect, they do wake up and say, how can I take the easy way out? How can I do less? And in the end, it catches up to them. Now, why is this important? You guys have heard me talk about my other channel. I don't really post too much on that channel anymore. I recently found out that I got a copyright strike on that channel. And I got a copyright strike on that channel from a video that I did about homeless people. And in that video, I was talking about how not all homeless people end up homeless because they're losers, but most homeless people end up homeless because winners find a way to win and losers find a way to lose. People who are homeless, a lot of times those people have done everything necessary to put themselves in that position. And I said that unapologetically, and I say it even more unapologetically now. I stand on it. Here's the reason I'm talking about all this. I got a copyright strike on that particular video. The person wanted me to take it down. Well, they didn't even give me a chance to take it down. Just straight up copyright strike. The guy who struck it, it was his video, it was his short, and his whole entire channel is dedicated to documenting homeless people, I guess trying to drum up empathy, sympathy, and compassion for homeless people and such. And I'm not cold-hearted. I understand that there are some people who are legitimately homeless in a bad situation, and I do feel bad for those people. However, I'm speaking to the majority of homeless people. Now, this guy's entire channel is dedicated to that. He has like over 1 million subscribers talking about this homeless issue. The long and the short of it is, I made that video. That guy being a lefty liberal loser, probably light in the loafers, that guy struck my channel and I got a copyright strike. But it kind of just inspired me to make my new channel and do more with it. And this brings us to the second point. When Coach Greg Adams says, now's the time to act. Those people who end up homeless, they always have a chance to avoid that, but they don't take it. And in our time right now, We have a perfectly good time to improve our situation and to become winners and not stagnate, just like that video said. I don't know if you guys know, but TikTok just got sold to Oracle. The deal went through. It's all finalized, and the new terms of service have come out, and people who are on TikTok are upset. I'm not going to walk through everything, but basically it makes TikTok a lot harder to earn on. You basically got to be top of the top to earn, and even then, you're not going to earn the way you used to. Remember, TikTok made a lot of millionaires, made a lot of people a whole lot of money. Well, it's not that way anymore. The winds of change are blowing. You look over at X, Twitter. People used to have to be on X for like 16 hours, 18 hours. They lived on X, and X is a super negative place. That place will ruin your mental health. Well, now Elon doubled the payouts and tripled in some cases, and people are now making a lot of money. So the people who stuck around through the hard times, they're winning. The people on TikTok who are not willing to change and go to a different platform, they're going to lose. In the red pill, Myron. I personally consider Myron to be a loser. He's like one of the biggest losers of that space. Myron, the Tate brothers, Clavicular, the 19-year-old crackhead, Sneeko. These guys crashed out and they went to some nightclub in Miami and they did some stuff they wasn't supposed to do, offended some folks they wasn't supposed to offend. And now Andrew Tate, he got to bend down and kiss the ring. Sneeko is apologizing to whoever will listen to him. He's getting canceled left, right, and center. Myron is trying to duck and cover and stay quiet. Nick Fuentes is trying to not get any more dirt and smut thrown on his name, right? They're all trying to stay off the radar, and they're all throwing Sneeko under the bus. So the red pill is collapsing. Now, the reason I say this is because now is the perfect time to start making content. I'm not a hater, but I am a content creator. If you were thinking about making content, the red pill is dead. And I made a video about this a while back. Now is the perfect time. You should be tap dancing on these people's graves. Not for this reason, not for that reason. Business is business. Myron, the biggest loser, well, the second biggest loser of that whole group, who was it? Ab and Preach made over $1 million making hit pieces on this guy. Why? Because he kept finding a way to lose. Him and Fresh had the biggest podcast on all of YouTube for like a year, 2 years straight. And Myron did absolutely everything he could to destroy his own platform. No, he was getting away with everything. He was getting away with everything you could not do. But because he was bringing YouTube so much money, they let him keep going. But what did he do? He did more and more to become a loser. He found a way. He woke up every day and found a way to destroy a successful platform. So what happens? Ab and Preach become millionaires, or they make millions tap dancing on his grave. Myron has continued to spiral downward. And if you're a content creator, you're supposed to cut videos on him. You're supposed to do the hit pieces. You're supposed to feast on him. He was a whale in the internet space. He was a whale in the manosphere space. When a whale falls, that is dies in the ocean, everybody comes to feast on the carcass. The sharks, the crabs, the shrimps, everything. That's just nature. It's not you being a hater. It's not me being a hater. You're a loser. You're an idiot. You did everything you could to become a carcass on the floor of the ocean. I'm a feast. And this is why I'm bringing all of this up. The winds of change are blowing for a lot of content creators. A lot of people are finding it hard to get on, right? You got platforms like Kick. Nobody wants to touch Kick, but at the same time, you got some big name people that are over there. If you go to Kick, they have a 95-5 revenue split. And if you go there and you make the content, right, and you can dual stream. So you can be on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick all at the same time. You can go there and become the big man on campus, right? It's an investment opportunity of sorts. Now, I know I got like 360 subscribers on this channel, so it sounds super weird coming from such a small channel. But I'm just simply saying, when I watch stuff like this, and I do watch Coach Greg Adams on a regular basis, I'm inspired. I didn't even know this dude was in YouTube jail. This dude's been in YouTube jail for about a week. And he had been on vacation for like 6 weeks. And he literally said, man, y'all should have been cutting videos and y'all should have been streaming. You should have started your streaming career while I was gone. You had a 6-month head start. You had a 6-month window where I'm not here. Keep in mind, he's one of the biggest creators in the space. When he goes live for 5 or more hours, he's got like 2,500 people watching him. So when he's not there, people are going to want to watch something. So a lot of people, 6 months or 6 weeks went by, they didn't make no content. So this week went by and I was like, oh snap, bro is in content jail. I should have been making some content. So this should be your sign to get out there and get something popping. Like I said, I'm not telling you to be a hater and hate on Sneako, but hey, he's done everything he could. He's done everything he could to put himself in this position. Him and Andrew Tate have been going back and forth. Andrew Tate said, you were nothing before you met me and before I brought you on my stream or whatever. And Sneako literally said, bro, I had over 1 million subs before I met you. Sneako was a huge deal and he was making huge money, but he saw what the streamers were doing. So he was like, I got to get me some of that fresh and fit money. And what did he do? He woke up every day and found a way to destroy his platform. Now, bro, he's banned on YouTube. He's banned on Twitch. He's banned on X. He's banned everywhere. Like he can't get any. I think he can get some money on Kick. I think he got suspended on Kick. I think Rumble's like the only place. I don't know. I know he's got like one platform, but he ain't getting much money. Nick Fuentes, same deal. Nick just found legitimacy. He was kind of sort of greenlit on all platforms, at least in terms of being able to do interviews and stuff. Now he goes out, does what he did, back to the basement. Andrew Tate went out there, got beat up by some frou-frou reality star. It lost all kinds of aura. Got drugged through the courts by the Romanian people out there in Transylvania. Now what? Now he goes to this club, gets caught up with Sneako. Now he ducking and covering. He kissing hands. He bending down and he kissing the ring. I'm not tap dancing on nobody's grave. I'm doing what's natural. These are whale falls. There's content to be made laughing at these morons. And keep in mind, I'm not going at these people for any particular reason. There's all kinds of people that can be gone after. There's all kinds of content that can be made. I'm just simply saying, I'm going to upload this video on a Saturday. This should be your sign to get active. The winds of change are blowing. Content is becoming more difficult to create. The algorithms are changing. Platforms are changing. That window of time is closing where you can just get in there and make content for free. There might come a time when you got to pay to be on these platforms and upload. You don't know, right? You never, ever know. The kind of content that you can make is certainly changing. I don't want people to sit here and think, oh, I'm just preaching at you, but you should be inspired to be a winner. I'm going to upload this on a Saturday. And if you watch this the first day I upload it on a Saturday, it should inspire you to make a short, make some sort of content. You gotta get with it because you don't know when the next thing is going to happen. What happens if you go out there, you make that video and boom, just like that, you got a whole bunch of subscribers, 500, 600, 700 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers. Now you on and you rolling. You only got to be right once.
Obsession, it needs to be a part of your life. It needs to be a part of what you think about. You wake up, you sleep, you eat, you think about it, you dream about it, you dedicate it, you cut out of your life. No parties, no staying up late, no alcohol, no Twinkies, no Snickers. Obsessed about anything you do. You want to be good at it. You need to be obsessed with it. All right. And it's going to be obsession bordering on crazy. The chances that you be successful at it and compete with someone that is obsessed with it is slim to none. It's the same thing as when I tell these content creators, you got to be willing to record yourself in the most uncomfortable situations. And you're going to look like a jack idiot, but you're going to get the video. Then people are going to be like, I want to do social media. Are you willing to be obsessed with it and record yourself when people are watching you? You're in the grocery store line. Are you willing to pop on a live stream with grannies and kids and all kind of people that are going to think you're a weirdo? Are you camera ready to jump on a live stream? Or do you have to wait? I got to put my hair, my makeup. I got to trim my beard. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. I'm camera ready. When I
All right. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but you guys get where he's going with this. Are you obsessed and always at the ready to be successful or take the steps of success? I promise you, I'm not trying to preach at you because I don't have the kind of platform where I can be preaching. I got 360 subs or something like that. So it's not a lot. I'm just simply saying I'm obsessed with having more. I'm obsessed with getting more. I'm obsessed with getting to the bag, mostly because everything in life requires money, and you're running out of time to make money. I'm not going to tell you to make God, make money your God, but your priority should be like God, money, and then everything else. Because even God requires money, right? You got to pay your tithes and whatnot. So I'm just simply saying, let this be your sign to start making some content. I'm uploading this on a Saturday, so hopefully those of you who see, man, make a short, do a small vlog, do something, get started, because you don't know when the window is going to close. You don't know how much time you have. And like I said, cut them videos on them people. They're going to call you a hater, but losers are meant to lose and winners are meant to win. So I'm not going to preach at you. I'll get at you on the next one. Make some content, like, comment, subscribe, share, do the whole thing. Peace.